So for those of you that are brand new to calligraphy, I'm going to do a really quick intro on how to use a nib and some basic warm-up exercises, but I strongly encourage you to take particularly the Calligraphy 1 course that I have on Skillshare, plus the second and third if you want to keep your practice up. If you just need a refresher, this is a good quick intro, and there's some worksheets that I've linked to that I'll be referring to now. So you've got your nib. I'm using the Nico G for this demo right now, and I'll be practicing with some Sumi ink. Okay, so to begin, you've got your nib placed firmly in the pen holder. You want to make sure it's not going to wobble or slip out. It can come out pretty easily. To dip it into the ink, you want to go well up towards the handle, but without actually touching the handle. Otherwise, you're going to get a messy hand. There's a reservoir, which is a small circle hole at the top here. That's key to holding the ink onto the nib, so you want to make sure you've at least dipped that far. I like to sort of tap/hold it up to the edge to let a little excess ink run off. The first worksheet is all about the nib and pen angle, and what I do when I think about a nib is picturing it like the tip of a finger. And whereas with a regular pen, you can write straight up and down and you can write directly on the point. With a calligraphy nib, you want to think about writing on the pad of the fingertip. And that's where you're going to get the most flow, the easiest sort of movement on the page. If you get too far up on the point, it's going to be hard to let that ink flow. So keep that in mind as you go. Begin by drawing some straight lines up and down, going in a downstroke direction. So I'm just going to do a few with you. And what you want to start playing with, you can see I'm kind of at a 45-degree angle, is adjusting your pressure. So the nib works magically because if you barely apply any pressure, you get a nice fine hairline. But if you really apply pressure, the nib will split like this and will release more ink, so you get a nice thick line. And that's what makes it so distinctive. It's only when you're applying that pressure down are you going to achieve the split that gives you a thick line. So your downstrokes are the key for your thick lines. So just do row after row of shapes like this. The second sheet is a continuation, but it's going to help you with shapes, curves, and a bit more of the building blocks that are going to help you form letters. So practice this to your heart's content, and you should be ready to go.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos.